Hey guys, Joe here. Kind of watching the road, but before we get going, don't forget to subscribe so that you can enter to win the Super Nintendo Mini that I'm giving away at the end of this month. Subscribers that are subscribed before midnight on the 28th will be eligible, and I will pick a winner on the 29th. So don't forget about that. Let's go on to the subject of today's video, and today's video is based on the drive I just completed. I'm on a dealer exchange for one of the dealers that I do them for, and I was thinking about it on the way down and more on the way back, and that is underpowered vehicles. Vehicles that don't have enough power for their size. And the title of the video should basically explain where my conundrum comes from is, what are you willing to sacrifice to save money? Because in today's day and age, the biggest factor in what engine a vehicle has when somebody buys it is fuel economy. Be it a car, truck, SUV, whatever, 9 times out of 10, they're going to ask what the fuel economy is. Even though, you know, full-size HDs, they aren't even required by the EPA to list their gas mileage, people still want to know what an HD is going to do. So, on the way down, I'm in a 1.4 liter Chevy Cruze, which has enough power. It drives fine. It's not a super heavy vehicle, so it didn't need to have 300 horsepower. You know, it doesn't need to compete with the Focus RS or a Subaru Impreza WRX STI or anything like that. It just needed to be a small 4-door automatic 1.4 liter turbo car. On the way back though, I'm driving this. It's a Chevy Silverado. I guess you'd call that a quad cab. I think we call them super cabs. It's been 7 months since I sold them, so I don't even remember what the hell they're called anymore because I didn't care about them at the time. And it only has the V6 engine. It's a full-size pickup truck. It has a 6-foot bed on it, and it doesn't have enough power. Not in my opinion. It's a 5,500 pound truck because it's also 4x4, and it has the little V6 in it. Yes, the V6 makes over 300 horsepower and over 300 foot-pounds of torque, but the biggest problem you have, and it's the same problem that is prevalent when you look at a 4-cylinder versus a 6-cylinder in, say, a Ford Fusion all-wheel drive, is it's the way that power is delivered. When you have a smaller engine, even if it makes the same power or more than a V6 engine, it has to work a lot harder to make that power. And when it's not a turboed engine, like the EcoBoost V6 is in the F-150s, it's even more taxed to make that same amount of weight move. When this vehicle is at 55 miles an hour and I want to get up to a faster speed, it downshifts from 6th to 4th. Instantly negating any fuel economy benefits you get from having a bigger engine. That being said, why not just buy the bigger engine then? And it can't just be about money. In my head, that's what I keep saying. It can't just be about money because this is a $45,000 truck. When you're spending $45,000, what's another $900 for the better engine? Or $2,500 to get the 6.2 liter V8 with the 8-speed? These are the questions that pop into my head when I look at somebody's purchasing decisions because it just doesn't make sense. If I look at a car to buy it, I want to maximize my return in terms of functionality and just performance. And I guess that's where I completely differ from other people. Yeah, I have a Mustang GT. Yes, it's kind of a nice looking vehicle, but it's also a very fast car. When I started looking for a car, I compared everything out there. I looked at the Ford Focus ST because the RS wasn't out yet, which may have been a purchase had it been available at the time. The Ford Fusion Titanium all-wheel drive, and the Mustang GT, and the Taurus, but I couldn't afford an SHO, and SHO was way too much money at the time. So my choices were between the Focus, the Fusion, and the Mustang. Because I was working for Ford, I wanted to be a Ford guy, so I was looking at a Ford. I should have bought a Challenger, but whatever. I bought the Mustang, But I didn't buy a super loaded out car, and I didn't buy the V6. The V6 has over 300 horsepower. It just wasn't fast enough. Yeah, it had 300 horsepower. Yeah, it was almost as fast as a 2011 GT, but you had to whine the shit out of it to get any power out of it. And the 5-liter is still a revving motor, don't get me wrong. But the 5-liter, when I'm cruising on the freeway, I can leave it in 6th, anywhere from 35 to 160 miles an hour. That's power. A V6 in 6th gear in a manual transmission would be lugging the whole time, and that's not good for it. So, that's my opinion. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Are you the kind of person that goes for style over substance, or do you prefer substance over style? Because, again, I could have spent $40,000 and gotten a glass roof and Recaros and navigation. Should have gotten Recaros. I know that. Shut up, Mom. And I didn't. I just wanted the engine, and I wanted the Brembo brakes. So, yeah. Little rambly, a little off topic, but not off topic because it's the topic I was talking about. Talking about. So, yeah. Leave me your opinions. And again, don't forget to subscribe. All you have to do is subscribe. Like and comment if you like my videos and you want to comment on them. I'll answer them mostly, although sometimes I don't see them. But yeah, and I'll keep you guys updated with a subscriber count and all that other shit, even though it's on my front page. Don't pick pimples. And as always, talk to you later.